So, you all start to wake up.
Oh my god, I just had the weirdest dream.
Did it happen to involve a bunch of mysterious astral figures telling us that we were their champions?
How did you know that?
I think I had the same dream, Oik.
I don't think it was a dream at all.
Did you have the same dream, Thwish?
Yes, but I think we actually were all there in a different form.
I was afraid someone would say that. Okay, who else is here? Is everyone back? Liam. Is Liam back? I rushed to find Liam's
I didn't
body.
see Liam there. Did you?
Aaron's gone. He's rushed to find Liam's body.
So, Aaron,
Mhm.
as you rush to find Liam's body, you find his body on the ground. Still decapitated, skin charred from the fireballs over the area.
Nice.
Aaron,
You notice...
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You notice that the bag of holding is still intact. It was kind of covered. It landed underneath him, but it's sticking out a little bit. It seems to be okay. And as you approach the body, this spiritual form appears over top of it. Liam, you know you only have a few minutes. You'd spoken to the gods in another realm. They told you that you would have a moment to say goodbye, but that they couldn't save you because you died before they were able to protect the souls of your comrades. So you have a couple minutes to say your farewell.
Liam, is that you?
STD. Please gather the others. I don't have much time.
Everyone, get over here.
Okay. Go
Hurry!
over. As
Fine,
Nova
we'll join.
slowly wakes up off the ground, she's just gonna be muttering to herself, "Harness the power within. Harness the power within. Harness the..."
Nova, quit muttering to yourself. Liam hasn't gotten much time. Get
So
over.
good.
Oh,
Sorry about sounding so.
Aaron.
I'll run over,
Okay.
but there seems to be still blood coming out of her mouth. Like, oh,
Okay.
where'd I go?
All right, I'm over there too.
Liam,
Hello,
why aren't you
dearies.
back here with us? What?
Because it's not my destiny anymore, Diddy's.
Mm.
I came back because I wanted to tell you something. I'm not a good person. I'm not like you, Thwish, or you, Cain, or Oik, or Nova. Fine, especially not you, Aaron. I've made many mistakes in my life.
Well, so have I. I've burnt down a barn
many
before.
to
That's pretty
count.
bad.
Yeah.
Not these mistakes, Diddy.
Oh shit, was that muted?
It's hard to say, but I wrote it all in the letter. I point to bag. I want you all to read that letter, Diddies.
You point to the bag, sorry?
Most importantly, he points to the bag holding. Most importantly, I want you all to know the lesson I learned from my life. Don't leave ones you love, Diddies. Don't run away. Cherish them. Stay close to them. I ran to stop the ritual because I wanted to be brave. Now I realize, Diddies, I was just being selfish. I've always been selfish.
Liam.
And now it's time for me to go. I just want you all to know you are the best people I've ever met. And I will miss you all. And I hope that we do meet again when your time is right. And Nova, I have something very special I want to tell you.
To me?
This,
Why me?
because of all the people, it's you I fear who will turn into me.
Mm.
Don't let don't let this creature in your soul turn you away from your friends and family. Don't let him take your freedom. there is always another way. And I know the gods said something about the power inside you. But there is always a kickstart. he and he like wants to like whisper in your ear so that no one else can hear. Use my spell book, did he?
Oh,
Just as a little crutch. Get you going.
Liam, you're awesome.
Now, my time is up, Diddies. I will miss you all very, very much. Read the letter, and then, if they come, give it to them. You'll know who I'm speaking of. Goodbye. Good luck, Diddies. You're gonna need it.
Until we meet again.
At the
Till we meet again.
Bye.
time.
Bye, Liam.
Bye,
Bye.
Liam. Take care.
Until we meet again.
At the end of that conversation, Aaron's going to lean down and pick up the bag of not Liam, sorry. Aaron is going to lean down and pick up the bag of holding.
His spiritual form just kind of fades away as he finishes his goodbye.
I would also like to pick up Liam's loot, if that is okay.
You can grab his money, yeah, because that
No,
wouldn't have.
not loot, like his
Like the
instrument.
loot, like the instrument.
Oh! I was like,
Liam?
I thought you were fully looting his dead body.
Ruthless.
No! Aaron's not going to loot the body. Oik is right there.
That's funny.
that's really funny.
I
You can-
actually thought money too. Like I thought you were gonna loot.
Yeah.
the
Like,
body.
It's funny
okay.
because I thought
No.
loot. I thought about the instrument. That's funny.
Same.
Yeah.
No.
the
Aaron's
loot is heavily damaged, but you can take it.
After we fix this up, we'll sing songs of your valor and unselfishness. And I don the loot on my backpack and grab the bag of holding.
And Aaron, is it possible that I grab the spell book in there? In there?
Spellbook? What spellbook? Liam wasn't a sorcerer or wizard of any sort. I mean, he has a journal here. Hand her the journal.
Oh, thank you for the journal.
Oh, no
Hold on,
problem.
may I see the bag of holding just for a minute?
I mean, I suppose be careful. There's a bunch of very old books in there.
Nova's gonna stick her whole head in the bag. Okay, and move around.
Be careful. If that thing breaks, your head is going to be lost in the ethereal plane.
Oh, it's okay. At least it'll be with us some interesting things. And then while I'm looking around, Liam, do I find a spell book in there? Is that where the spell book was?
You see a spell book that's like dyed purple with like
Okay.
gold trimming and has a lion's head on it.
Oh,
A roaring lion's head that's golden as well in the center of it.
perfect.
I feel
And
like
so I
that's
reach in
something.
and pull it out, and then I also pull out the journal on top of the book, and I'll say, "Oh, I guess I didn't find too much here," and I'm gonna stick them both in my bag, hopefully without anybody really noticing what I stuck in my bag.
All right. Aaron's gonna-
So one
sorry.
note, Nova,
Yeah.
you cannot use the spells in that spell book without being a wizard. You have to be a wizard in order to learn them.
Do I?
So at some point, if you multi-class into a wizard, you have a spell book, but as a warlock, you cannot
Mm.
cast them.
That might be a really cool storyline for Nova too.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
You know.
and then
Maybe
briefly,
one day.
on the end of that note, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Okay. The first thing you guys notice as you begin, as you said your goodbye to Liam, you're focused on that, and as you go to pick up any equipment you had to strewn across the battlefield, is that there are plenty of bodies rotting around you.
Oh.
I see.
It's very apparent that time has passed. You did not die and then wake back up. The bodies of mages and cultists alike are bloated. They reek, and you don't know how much time has passed, but you have been out for a while.
Yikes. DM, am I able to go to the body of the warrior?
Sure. And
Can I strip his body of his plate mail?
can you take his plate mail?
You
Yes.
mean just honor the dead? What are you doing?
He was a very evil person, alright?
His plate mail has several large holes punctured through it from flaming projectiles. And it has also been singed by fireballs. It's in awful
Right.
condition.
But it's still plate mail, correct?
It's not wearable. But it
That's
is
not
plate
what
mail.
the question was.
Does Aaron
All right.
You can pick it up if you want.
I would love to pick it up, thank you.
see this situation unfolding?
Yeah, you're all around the same area.
Cool. Uaighe, if you wanted to take that, I could mend it up for you and make it as good as new. We just have to find a place where we can rest first. Also, we should probably see if our other sorcerer friend, the bookkeeper, survived this whole endeavor. I feel like if anyone survived, it might have been him.
Oi, do
I
you
had to
think you'd be
sneeze.
able- Do you think you'd be able to figure out how long we've been here? Can you examine one of these bodies?
I can probably do that. Why don't I see what I can try and figure out? So I'll just examine the warrior's body because he's the most
Sure.
near to me. So I'll use my mortician's feature, and I'd like to see how long that body has been dead for.
Okay. You begin examining the state of the body, the amount of decay, maggots, bloating, all those types of things. And you determine that you guys have been dead for approximately 5 days.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Wow.
Uaighe, what's the verdict? How long have we been out?
Right. Now, based off the state of the decay of the body, if you'd like to look here, Aaron, get close, come around the body, right? So you see the way that the maggots are forming around this laceration of the chestal tissue, right?
Oh my goodness.
This is what
A true medic. Let's see.
this is when your historian outside of session tries to play the medical character in session.
Something would have been better.
Uaighe, please
Yeah,
continue. I
but
feel
my
like I'm gonna have
brain-
to make a constitution
Chestal.
check.
The chestal tissue.
Yes.
Right, laceration of the chestal tissue. Right, I estimate that we've been gone for roughly 5 days.
At the mention of 5 days, the nausea
Wow.
Aaron is feeling is instantly gone. He's like, 5 days?
I wonder what's the state of the world after 5 days.
Nova is just gonna sniff Thwish and Uaighe. Well, you two smell better, at least.
What? No,
Brilliant.
You're right.
Oh my goodness, that's
A little
hilarious.
Better.
That's one bright
How?
side.
I'm also going to point out that Vine,
Hmm.
as you return to your body, that impulse to destroy something beautiful or commit a violent act has dissipated.
Really?
Hey,
I don't have to blow
Nice,
stuff
man.
up?
I was actually
That's crazy.
wondering about that.
Wow.
Aaron?
Hey, has anyone seen Mink? I'm looking around.
Mink is a pile of rubble on the ground
Aw.
right now.
Oh,
Well,
no.
she had a good life, I think. Hopefully.
she really helped us in battle, for sure.
Definitely.
Maybe time to build another one.
Uaighe. Uaighe.
Pain.
Are you keeping that breastplate?
I am, boy.
Are you gonna wear it?
But not right at this moment. Boy.
So do you just pick and choose which dead bodies you get to pick out of?
Right. Well, the way I see it, right?
Wow.
This
what a
man,
question.
right, this man that died here, he was acting in a way to resurrect the undead. He was fighting on the side of the extremely evil and unholy. So therefore, by taking his armor, I am not actually helping him in any way, but rather I am helping myself to help bring him down. Do you understand? Right. Whereas the difference is when we're looking at a lovely man like General Curran, right? If you take him, he was an honoured, well-loved, well-respected man. So robbing his tomb is not the right thing to do.
So your
Unlucky.
someone's morality carries through to death. It's not about death for you. It's about someone's morals at the same time.
No, it's about I don't like people that raise the undead. You know, your fancy words, sir. It's quite plain and simple. I don't like those that raise the undead.
Okay, that's your only exception for looting dead bodies.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So, as this conversation finishes,
Okay.
Tenebris, you woke up just around kind of the other side of these ruins where you had died. And as you come to consciousness, you feel the same thing the rest of the party felt, and you hear voices off in that general direction now. The voices of the party, but you would not know that at this moment.
Does my passive perception notice him?
He's not in visual sight of you guys right now, so
Okay, great.
let's see what he does.
Speaking of,
Aaron, please hold. Go ahead.
He kind of gets up from the ground, looks around. I would say that was a dream. Since the trees talk to me the same way, anyways, I guess that's not a dream. Then he hears the voices. Guess I gotta do what that little white thing said. He walks. he walks towards the voices.
So, as you round the corner, you see the party standing there. I'm not going to ask them all to describe themselves because you know what they look like as Manasseh. So, you see the party standing there, you hear them talking, you kind of catch the end of the conversation Cain just had with Uaighe, but that's about it. And as he rounds the corner, you guys would also, considering everything else around you is dead and rotting, see him start to come around. So, Tenebris, you can go first.
So, as this figure rounds the corner, you would almost mistake him as a cultist by the sheer black he's wearing. Then, as you begin to look that he's different. And as you see him, the first thing you see is that his white, pale eyes that look as if all the joy has drained away from them. On his head, he is wearing a simple wood-carved helmet that looks like an ox skull with some strange symbols carved into it. The naked eye, you guys wouldn't know what it is, but it is actually druidic symbols. On his face, you see a black mask covering his nose and mouth, and what looks like scars across the parts of his face that are showing under the mask. Showing on the mask. On his back, he is wearing a long black cloak that stretches down until it nearly drags on the ground, and over his cloak, he is wearing a short poncho that looks like it's some form of furry animal that he may have killed or may have taken off something that was already dead. And under the cloak, for a poncho, you can see a grayish tunic mixed with black leaves and vines woven into it, in and out of it. His pants are made of hide, and on his feet he is wearing a black fur boots with leaves and vines wrapping around them, almost kind of like they're faceted together. On his back, you see a hand-carved wood shield that also seems to have some of those symbols on it, the same symbols. And he has a scimitar strapped to his side that looks as if it didn't have much use. Doesn't seem much use, but on his hands you can see kind of scars on them, and they look as if they had a lot of use. He kind of looks at the party and he says, "Hi."
Question for you.
Hmm?
How old do we perceive you as?
Good question.
You perceive him as you perceive him as like as a kind of youngish, like he's a teenager almost,
Okay.
he's like almost a young adult.
As that happens, Aaron is going to be talking to Uaighe and break out a conversation. Yeah, your mention of armor and looting bodies for the cause. The chainmail that you allowed me to take, and what is that? And I see your black cloak, and I'm like, everyone, and I kind of jump in front of everyone, and it's like, who are you? Essentially.
Vine
That's
draws
the
his
guy
weapons.
in the afterlife.
Is it? Oh,
Did you see him?
I-
He talked to I don't know who he talked to.
I mean, yeah, I saw him. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. What is your name?
My name's Leaf. The squirrels call me Tenebris.
Oh.
Oh, your name is Leaf then?
Pretty much, yeah.
What would you
Right.
prefer to be called? Leaf or Tenebris?
Tenebris.
All right. Hello.
Vine, what were you gonna do? You said you were gonna do something.
I just dropped my weapons because there's a
Oh, okay.
dark figure approaching.
So yeah.
Did you say draw or drop?
I think
Draw.
you said draw.
Oh, I thought you said I dropped my weapons because
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
what I heard.
figure. I was like, wait, bro, why?
That was what you don't do.
Right? Like, I see someone approaching. I'm gonna drop everything.
I mean, we come in peace.
Um,
I
Welcome,
can see
character.
how you might mistake me as a cultist and everything, considering all the black I'm wearing, but I can assure you, I was fighting on your side in the battle. Did any of you see the giant bear fighting?
No, I don't
did
believe you
notice
did.
that?
Vine
A voice
shakes his head no.
whispers. None of you did.
There was a giant bear.
I think
First-
we were pretty occupied in this area at the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd like to apologize then for my original reaction to you. It's nice to meet you. My name's Aaron Van Berg. I'm slowly.
You already know my name.
I do. Yes. I just
My-
want to introduce
My
myself to you.
name is Uaighe Coimeadai. It's lovely to meet you, Tenebris.
Hi.
Right.
Cain.
Hello.
And I've got a question for you. Isn't that
Feel like I don't need to have a question if the gods and stuff have said he's good to go, but
So
Nothing.
essentially, Tenebris just
can I
kind of
ask
gives
you?
a.
Come on, you've asked everyone else.
I know. You're gonna have him be left
Totally
out.
fair. You're
I'm Thwish if you don't remember from your memory from earlier.
And
Yeah.
Tenebris looks at Thwish and he kind of is confused. He says, I haven't cast Speak with Animals. Why is this thing talking?
She does that.
Excuse me. I
He
have
got
gained
you.
my voice. I have gained my voice from Sanar. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. And you didn't say anything to the owl over here.
She's an Aarakocra.
That's right.
Fair point. But
And-
yes, I am one of the rare breeds of Kenku who can speak, but only because my goddess Sanar allowed me to.
Cool, I guess.
She likes to talk a lot. You'll eventually grow to her voice.
Are you
It's,
talking about me?
No, actually, they're talking about me. I think there's something in common now.
Aaron Van Borg
You
is
like to
gonna
talk a lot.
shut his mouth before he says
Apparently.
the wrong thing.
All right, look.
Hey guys,
look,
one at a time so that we can actually hear what you're saying.
Tenebris goes, all right, look. This kobold that was one of the protectors of Radiant Starlight said that there's a great evil coming and that I need to find these 6 other protectors, otherwise the world's gonna end and I can't deal with it on my own. So I'm assuming because we're all breathing the same air, we're with those protectors.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I think that is the case. Yes.
So now what?
Are you gonna join us?
I think we should go to Crimson Wall, like we were told.
I mean, that was the plan. That's why I'm here. But it just turned into a wolf and walked away if I didn't want to socialize.
Why would you turn into a wolf to walk away? Why wouldn't you just use your legs?
Because
I
wolves
prefer
are
animals.
obviously yes.
Oh.
Why? Tenebris.
Because all I've been is raised in the woods.
So you have to turn into an animal to walk away.
Let's just say U6 is the largest group of people I've ever talked to.
That's very sad. I am
prefer
very sorry to hear that.
Were you the bear earlier?
Yeah, I was the bear. Didn't do much, apparently.
Don't worry.
Wait,
we
was
couldn't stop
there a
anything
bear
either.
at some point?
You guys didn't see it.
Yeah, we
He was
didn't.
off screen.
Yeah, slightly out of frame to the left. Calling a cultist.
Just like slightly over, just
I just imagine in the very
love it.
background, they're like
Behind-
fighting and focusing, and then just a big bear that comes in and out of
Tenebris.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to be alone. Because, as you pointed out, I couldn't speak before, so I kept my distance from a lot of people.
Don't get me wrong. I had plenty of things to talk to. They just weren't people.
That's fair. Still,
Like the trees.
Mine's gonna
Anywho, this
look
is the-
at
what-
Tenebris and
what?
be kind of like curious, and then he's gonna walk in the direction of Crimson Wall.
I'll
Okay.
turn around and follow by.
I guess.
I
we're-
think that's our cue to
alright.
head out. Does anyone think maybe we should clean up before we go? Because covered in we're covered in garbage, essentially. And
I think I smell pretty fine. Let's go.
We'll clean up in the next town.
sounds good.
I don't smell anything.
Actually, screw this map. Why am I using this map?
Screw that map, bro.
Screw
have
that
to.
map, man.
Because I was handed that exact map, I believe. No?
Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
more. Thank you.
Ooh, the
Thank-
fancy map. My gracious.
Oh.
Ooh, hey.
This map is very
Hey.
detailed.
Good job.
Where are we
Guys.
right now,
You are at this point of interest here, which is Spirit's Embrace.
sir? That you are not pointing at anything.
Yeah.
We can't see a darn thing.
I can see the darn thing.
Oh, there you
It'd
go.
be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
You're there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is Spirit's Embrace. These diamonds are points of interest. They're not super, like I didn't label them all on the world map, but as you go into different regions, and see different region maps, you'll see what they all are. So, but anyways, yeah, you're here.
Gotta check
Hold
out
up,
that
you
world.
built multiple different region maps as well?
Not yet, but I will be as you go to different places.
Wait,
I would
wait,
say
wait, wait.
I would say let me know if you need help piecing stuff together, but that'd be spoilers, so
It's all good, man. I got it. Thank you, though. I enjoy doing it, and it's quick. It'll be quicker now that I have the world map to work off of.
How long does it take us to get there? The Crimson Wall?
It is easier to count distance on the smaller map. But anyways, each of these big hexes is about I think what was it, 6 miles?
Oh, I think I wrote this down.
I believe each big hex was 6 miles. But let me double check on the
That's
smaller
One
map.
roughly-
hex is 1 mile.
That's on the small map.
Oh.
So this would be with the path you guys are following. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'd be 12 miles to Crimson Wall with the route you guys are gonna follow on the region map.
Long
so
would that take?
12 miles is roughly how
It's gonna take you guys
25, 26. That's going to take us roughly 4 hours if we walk fast.
roughly 4
Well,
hours.
It's pretty
Okay.
quick.
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys set off along the road?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Go. As you guys begin to walk out from the ruins, you do see the body of Finelli as you pass by.
Oh,
Oh,
finale.
and-
Oh.
More like finale. No, I'm kidding. More
It's
like
not too-
fatality. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
He did not survive the battle, and
Aw.
amongst the dead are many cultists and many mages. It looks like a full-blown battleground as you leave Spirit's
Aaron.
Embrace.
Aaron's going to reach down. I mean, he can't really do anything, but if there's a cloak on him, he kind of wants to take the cloak and cover up Finelli and be like, we have to work harder to prevent this outcome from ever happening again. And I look at the rest of the party.
Indeed,
Do it.
Aaron.
Aaron, you did a very good job of preparing that body for the afterlife. I'm impressed. Have you been notes?
I've learned from the best I know. And I look over at Uaighe like a sad because the situation is still kind of heavy.
That is true.
But he's trying to be, a little bit charismatic.
So you guys continue making your way out. You do not see the horses that you had been riding previously. You don't know where they've gone. But you make your way out of Spirit's Embrace.
Probably
Yeah,
got turned into
Nova?
mountain.
Can I just ask on the map, what's with the tsunami or like hurricane happening right beside Spirits Embrace?
That's
Tsunami.
the dead whirlpool. It's a point of interest on the region map.
Okay, cool. The dead whirlpool. So we've seen that already? Is that what's happened right now?
You haven't gone there, but
Oh.
it was labeled on your map before.
Does
Okay.
anyone mind if we actually head back to Falwyn real quick? I don't know if Ashbourne is still there, or if he's already continued on his way. We do have a couple things we need to pick up there. If anyone's
On the way.
I don't know, is it on the way? I look up to the sky. DM deity, is it on the way?
You do pass by the outskirts of Falwyn on your way to Crimson Walls. You could go into the city.
Yeah.
Sure,
I mean,
why not?
roughly, I think that'd be an extra 2 kilometers added to our trip, which would add another maybe 30 minutes both ways, so about an extra
Yeah,
5 hours added. Yeah.
Might as well.
let's do it.
All
Who's
right.
Ashbourne?
Let's
Oh,
go.
Ashbourne is our caravan driver who expected us to come back with some funds to refund all of the supplies that we lost. We threw a lot of them in the carriage as we were being chased across the plains by shadows. We never came back though, because we died and all.
I mean, it has been 5 days.
It has, but I have
So-
an errand I need to finish. An errand, if you will.
All right,
the pun.
Aaron.
Day, the pun.
This is how we deal with stress, people. Let's go.
Do we have a carriage?
No,
No.
you're walking.
All right, I guess we
flying.
go to
Wait,
Fallon
do
then.
we see a carriage that was left in the wreckage and the destruction of that cavern? Because you did say there was a lot of supplies there.
Sure,
Yeah.
but there's no horses.
Yes,
Oh.
well, you have a druid.
Uh,
Oh.
One horse is not going to be able to pull the whole carriage.
An ox can. When it transforms, its capacity is considered huge because it's a carrying creature. I can
That's
transform into an
that's
ox.
fair, man. That's fair.
And
Whoa.
Googles.
You said you can transform.
Ladies
I'm
and
gonna double
gentlemen,
check the options.
welcome to the
Carrying
DM
capacity.
versus PC war, and we're gonna see who's gonna win out in this competition.
Join in next time to see the final cut.
1,000 pounds? Yeah, all right.
And it looks like the
Cool.
point's gonna go to the druid.
Newest member of the party, the rookie from the Dash.
So you can make an investigation check to see if you can find a carriage that's in decent enough shape and with the right setup for an ox to pull it.
That sounds like a no.
Yeah.
Sounds like
That
roll of
is
30.
12.
12? Okay. You do find a carriage.
Okay.
Or a wagon. It's a rather small wagon. It looks like something you'd be able to pull with the proper hookups. In the back are some crates. If you choose to look inside,
Yeah,
If you
I'll choose
do.
to look inside.
they were full of various fruits and vegetables, which seem to be a bit rotting, given how long they've been sitting in these damp crates with everyone being dead and whatnot.
Apples last for at least 7 days or so, but I mean, if they were here before then they're really bad.
They were here before, so
And on top of that, if they're
Definitely
moist,
longer.
that decreases the amount of time too.
yeah.
And the sun.
So Tenebris says to the party, we don't have to walk. I can like turn into an ox or something and like pull us there.
Are there harnesses there?
There's harnesses.
Okay.
So, yeah.
If you don't mind, it'll save us the trouble.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just give me a sec. And Tenebris is going to cast before he does, he's going to cast druidic druidcraft, and he's going to check what time what will the weather be like in the next 24 hours.
You can tell for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, for the
That's
next 24
correct,
hours.
Ian. That is totally right.
Oh my goodness.
And that's,
I'm
Yeah,
just
over here.
checking.
and that's
You
the
created-
spell called Control
created-
Weather.
The
in
weather-
campaign.
The weather seems
I
like
can't control it. I
yeah.
can check it.
The weather seems like it's
Uh-huh.
going to be clear for the next day. It's not. You're not expecting any overhead forecast.
Okay, so like what it looks like is you see Tenebris like create a ball motion, like a ball glows bright gold. He's like, okay, it'll be sunny. And back. And you see Tenebris he like kind of hunches down and then you see his form enlarge and grow, and he grows horns, and he just gets bigger
Nice.
and furrier, and he becomes a ox.
So the party
First
can
wild shape.
Woo!
nice. The party can hook you up if you'd like to.
Yeah.
He lets them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Do
help.
we need animal handling score to deal with Tenebris? Is that
No,
a thing?
he's still
He's still a Tenebris.
he's still
Yeah,
Tenebris.
You just
that
see
makes sense.
Tenebris drop like.
I'm sorry, I
Just
still
as
don't
the
understand how
ox
this magic works.
It's like points his head to like just hook me up.
Can you speak
We hook him up.
as an ox?
No.
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 He cannot speak. That's why he's doing a
Oh,
lot of head
okay.
gestures. Maybe like kicking something to show you like put
Yeah.
that on, or let me get at this point.
Okay.
Sure. Let's do it.
I'm gonna help
Okay.
hook him up.
Are all of you riding on the wagon?
No.
I think Aaron's gonna walk because he likes walking and he wants to think a little bit about everything that just happened because he likes to think of himself as a very logical, centered to ground type of person.
Well, does the wagon does this cut down on time? Being in
Nope.
this wagon? Oh.
It does not change the travel time.
But
well,
it saves our
well,
stamina.
It saves you all from feeling tired, but it does not change the travel time.
Yeah, I'll sit in the wagon. Why not?
Me too.
I'll sit on top of the wagon. I'd like to perch there.
Oh, can I come with her actually?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
Is there
Tenebris is
a
pulling the wagon.
canvas?
Yeah. It's a solid cover on the
Oh,
wagon, not a canvas
okay.
cover.
Like an Oregon Trail cover.
Uh-huh. No. Sir, I hate that game.
That's how I've been
I'll
drawing
sit in the
all of
wagon.
it.
Okay. So you all load up. You start heading out to Fowen. Along your travels, you don't pass anything interesting. You get to the outskirts of the city, or the village, I guess, the farming village. Some people are milling about. As you make your way in, about 2 hours has passed on this leg of the journey, and Tenebris, you begin to shapeshift back to a human.
Yep.
Hmm.
Sorry, I can only hold it for 2 hours. I could turn back into it, but it'll only be another 2 hours. So
Are we at Fowen now?
So you guys come into the outskirts of Fowen.
Is Tenebris kind of like still stuck in the harness? Is he just like hanging there as like human?
It kind of just falls off him. Like
Aw.
he can easily just wiggle out. It's not tight once he's turned into a human.
Um,
So you guys
while
come in.
Nova and I were on top of the thing, can I just say something to her?
Yeah.
So as we're actually like, I don't know, going along our journey, I'll just turn to her and say, I heard what was said to you in the afterlife of some sort.
Hmm.
I do know something about having inner demons or inner struggles. If you need help at any point, you can count on me. I'll help you.
Nova purrs a little bit. Well, thank you, Thwish. Yeah, we can be mates, eh? We can be quite tight. I'll just throw an arm around her.
I think
and-
so. Being birds and all, too, kind of alike in some way. And if you ever want to take me up above and fly, that would be much appreciated, because I can't do it myself, you know. And I really, really would love to have wings.
No, we can go for a fly whenever you'd like. And
Yeah,
here, do you want to hop on my back? We can fly into Fowen together.
All right.
All right, let's go. Take Fowen?
Can you carry her? Is the question.
I don't know. Can you?
How heavy are you? I
The
don't
wish-
know.
How do I find out?
Thwish with all of her gear is 92
92
pounds.
pounds.
Right. I'm
Nova.
light.
Pretty light.
Tiny.
Yeah,
You're
I'm pretty
tiny.
light.
Yeah, you can lift her, Nova.
Cool. All right, we fly into Fowen together.
Okay. So you guys,
Woo!
As Aaron sees you guys fly overhead, he's just gonna be like, "Be careful! Don't drop anyone, please."
Oh, we're fine.
Okay, I
You
trust
guys-
your judgment, but be
Just
careful
touch
still,
me again.
nonetheless.
you guys all enter this side of the village down here.
Boom, ba doom, boom. We're gonna make
Okay,
this
so
full screen. There we go.
You recognize the inn over here that you had previously
Mm.
been in, where you met Galibre. And
jerk.
yeah, you come into this side of the town. So what would you guys like to do?
Aaron is immediately going to address the party. It's like, there was a lady I brought bread recently. I need to go see her, and I also need to grab the supplies we promised to bring to the other town. That's also on our journey. Does anyone mind if I grab those supplies? I mean, we're a party, a main group, but I did need to see this old lady, whose name I never did get.
Can I come with you to see the old lady?
I mean, I don't see why not. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued or something. So
Vine's gonna
Okay.
go too.
Oh, yes, fine. She might like to see you. And how you've grown.
Cain,
clearly
Uaighe,
people like to see
Nova,
that.
what are you guys doing?
I will go see the shopkeeper that I told to send business my way.
I would also like to go to the shopkeeper. Hey,
Oh,
Oik,
The general
I'm
store?
gonna come with you.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
coming along with Oik and
Woo!
I would just like to tell the rest of the party before we part ways. We do have to go to Fallon Provisions at some point, just to see if the supplies were delivered or not.
well, why don't we all meet up there? I don't know.
Let's
where
all
it
meet
is,
up at
but-
Fallon Provisions. I also
Sounds
have
good.
to see.
Great
I also
idea.
have to see Hammerforge. Meet back there in, let's say, 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Sounds
like
good.
a
Okay.
family in a mall.
Oh,
Half an
family
outfitters, half an hour.
Right.
We've we've died together. I think that's closer than family can ever get.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the four of you make your way. Aaron, you remember where it is? The blue
I
house
do remember
up
where
here.
it is. I have a decent memory. I think I'm going to roll a history check to see if I do remember.
You don't
They
need to
have
roll a
died
history
recently.
check. You know what house it was.
I got a 14. I feel like that's a good.
So you make your way up. The four of you approach the steps, and the door is in front of you, but it's currently closed. So
Okay.
Closed.
I am going to knock. I think that is what people do.
so you knock on the door.
Wait, how early in the day is it? First
Wait,
off,
the
is
old
it-
lady's place is closed?
The old lady.
Oh,
You guys don't know what time it is because you were dead.
right.
Mhm.
You have no idea. It looks like it's maybe the afternoon based on how far the position of the sun in the sky, but you don't know
Aaron would like
exactly.
to do a perception check and use his hands to like measure it. Rise in many
you
hands.
can make
up the
a
sun
nature
is.
check.
Oh shoot, that is a nature check. Let's see. Oh, I got a 16.
You surmise it is between 1 and 3 p.m.
Cool. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Cool. You knock on the door. After a moment, you hear a voice from within. Coming, friends. And you
Oh,
hear
man.
shuffling.
Matthew Mercer.
And the door
Mercer
opens.
Matthew.
The door opens, and you see the lady you met previously, who has described you as Old Lady Misery, standing behind there, and she goes, "Oh, you're back. It's been more than a few days."
I know. I do deeply apologize. We had a couple things come up, but I did come back. I actually came to check on you, if nothing else. How are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm good. That bread you brought me was quite delicious.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you need any more?
My goodness.
No, I'm okay for now. Would you like to come in with your friends?
Sure. Do you want us to take off our shoes?
No, that's okay. Come on in.
All right. Come on, everyone.
Her
This-
old lady voice really freaks me out, dude.
Why?
It's like from Monty Python.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm your girlfriend and my boyfriend's sitting here like, oh, hello.
What's that one? What's that one movie with what's his name? I feel Robin Williams. What's that one movie with Robin?
Mrs.
Williams?
Doubtfire.
Mrs.
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire. That's what's going through my mind right now.
Yes.
Sorry about
Um,
that.
It's
Sorry,
okay.
stream.
I'll just stay right behind Aaron as we're like there, like kind of like flanking.
Sure.
Before Tenebris moves in, you'd like to roll an insight check on the old lady.
Sure.
I've already done this before.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
He
that.
doesn't know that.
True.
Jinx.
11.
She seems like a normal old lady.
Perfect. Fine.
Before we
Tenebris walks
continue,
in
I'd like to
looking suspicious, though not knowing the better.
Sure.
Yes, this is you've met Vine before. He's gone through a bit of a growth spurt. And this is Thwish Lockpick. This is our very feathered friend. And this is also Tenebris. Who is rather new to our party. But yes, these are the people we are bringing into your home. I just thought I'd introduce them for you.
Well, I appreciate you introducing your friends. What have you come for?
Well, you did say to come by in a couple days. I know it's been, but I thought I'd keep on word and at least check in to see if you still wanted us to visit.
Yes, I did tell you to come back. Now, your reward for breaking me some bread is I will answer one question about the world that you would like to know.
Oh, that is very generous of you. One question for each of us, or just one question in
just for you.
just for me? Or
One question about the world.
One question about the world or the gods.
well, I feel like I've had enough
How
questions.
do you
today.
know about the gods, if I may ask? And how
Well,
much of the world do you know about?
you
This is
see,
not the question. Like, just so you
I
know.
feel like those counts as questions, though.
It's
No,
not
but-
the question. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You see, I used to serve as a cleric for a temple, and I studied the gods and the material plane. And I have all this knowledge that nobody cares about anymore that I'm happy to share.
Aaron kneels down and grabs the old lady's hand. I absolutely love knowledge. Please share with me.
Well, you need to ask me a question first, love.
Oh, that is very true. There's so many. Yes.
And while Aaron thinks of a question, we're going to cut to the
Hmm.
rest of the party at the general
That
store.
sounds
Oh my
good.
gosh.
Think of a good one.
So, Uaighe, Cain, and Nova, I believe it was,
Hmm.
you guys approach the general store.
Yep.
Yes.
Looks the same as last time you were here. Nothing's really changed. Do you walk on it?
Yes.
I do.
You
Yes.
do.
I follow.
The three of you walk in. The store seems pretty similar to the last time you left it. The stock's changed a little, like what's been displayed on the shelves, but all in all, very similar. The lady comes out from behind the counter, as she always does when you guys visit, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, well, it's been some time since you guys have been back."
Good afternoon, and how are you this lovely day?
Well, you know, I'm always fine.
Now listen, last time I saw you, I asked if you'd be able to pass any business along my way, so did you happen to pass my business card on to anyone?
Well, you see, I was for the first few days. My old lady voice is sneaking in here. Jeez.
Mrs.
Oh,
Doubtfire,
man.
are you all right?
I was for the first few days, but then we heard that you had kind of, I don't know, died. So I stopped. So I'm very surprised to see you standing here.
Well, let me just tell you, it is a miracle. Now, who would you like to bless your dead? Someone who themselves has received a miracle? Or the other morticians in the area?
Oh my
You know, that is a good business point, but I still have to ask. You were dead, so how are you back?
The lords and others blessed upon me their wishes for me to continue on this material plane. They gave me their blessing to continue my work.
I cast minor illusion and create a halo on her head. Like slightly. Can I roll a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, you can roll slide a hand check if you want to try and hide
That's
your cast.
hilarious.
Oh,
That's
19.
hilarious.
19.
Kane's just like rubbing his nose. as
So
he's
she doesn't
casting.
notice. She doesn't notice you cast it, and this halo appears over Oik's head. She goes, "Oh, well, seems like the gods are still smiling on you. Well, you know, there were a few farmers who died trying to kill a dire wolf in
Oh,
the area. they managed to do it, but they lost a few of their friends. So, if you'd like, I'm sure you could tend to their bodies.
Great. Well, maybe I will make my way over there. Thank you for letting me know. And please, feel free to tell everyone you know the story that I've just told you, along with my business.
Now, I have a question for you.
No, you're not allowed to have a question for me. I've got a question for you.
I've got a question for you.
You've got a question for me, but I've got a question for you.
How do I call you if I have a body that needs buried?
Send me a letter.
Okay, where do I send the letter?
To Uaighe, of course.
To Uaighe Coimeadai.
But where do I address it to?
Cain. Where are we going?
Send it to Crimson Wall and the. Can I recall any inn or tavern in Crimson Wall?
You, from your time there,
Yeah.
you recall a very cheap inn known as the Do Still Maggot, which is the cheapest inn in town.
Okay.
Sounds cheap.
How do you say that? Do still?
Living as minimalist.
Do Still, mash them together, Maggot.
Send it to the Do Still Magan.
Maggots.
Maggots.
Like the insects.
Do Still Magan the Stallion.
Gondor looks at you and she says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll send them if I have any bodies that need tended to."
And I will make my way back here as quickly as I possibly can.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
You're not buying anything?
Well, good eye, ma'am. I know I've been standing here for a while, but I'm searching for something. I'm looking for holy water. I pull out a list. Holy water. Do you happen to have a healing potion as well? Or any salve or anything? I know these things are magical, but I was thinking you are a general store and.
Oh well, I don't have holy water or healing potions, but for those type of goods, you'd have to go to a temple, which you could probably find in Crimson Wall.
Okay.
Although I believe Pinafall might also have their own small temple, but I don't know if they have those types of goods.
Well, what do you sell here then?
Well, I'm a general store, so I sell general goods. If you were to perhaps need a barrel, or a lamp, or a sack.
Oh, you know what? What do I get a lamp?
You want a lamp? Sure. That's a lamp will cost you 5 silver pieces.
Is it like a lantern or a lamp?
So like a lantern.
Oh, okay.
I'll take that. 5 silver pieces. That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you need? What do you need? Oh, never mind. Not a lamp. It's a lantern. Never mind.
Perfect.
Do you have any mirrors?
A mirror. Yeah. I have a mirror. It's small, but
Can I buy a couple?
a couple mirrors. How many is a couple?
2.
I was just checking. Some people say a couple and they mean 4. Some people mean 2. It's a very weird connotation on the word.
Those people are idiots.
I have 2 mirrors in the back, so why don't I get those for you?
Thank you.
So that will cost you 10 gold pieces.
What?
Of course it will.
5 each.
Why is it so expensive, bro?
that's the cost of a mirror, bro.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Oh,
the general...
I was looking at the mess kit above it.
Oh, okay.
Is our Curse of
Okay, I
Strahd
added 10.
metagaming here? By looking at the stats, is that okay?
No, I sent a list of
Oh.
what stores sell. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is just for basic items, like not magical items. But you guys can look at that list, and it'll tell you based on the size of the locale what items they would have in stock and the cost. It's in the Google Drive.
Oh, okay. Where's the Google Drive?
Anyone else buying anything?
I'll send it to you after.
Everything.
So you guys hand her your money. She hands you your lantern and your mirrors. And yeah, you got anything else, or is that
I'm
it?
just gonna whisper to Oik. I'm just gonna say, Oik, you're really good at telling people how great you are about things. Just gotta say. That's everything. Yeah,
All right.
that's it.
As we're walking out, I want to offer a fist bump to Oik. Oik, that was really cool that you talked to Audia.
Well, thank you. I think it was really amazing.
It was amazing. I'm not too close with Audia, but still, my family still worships him, and I think it's cool that you talked to him.
Did you see him? Were you able to see him?
Yes, of course. I heard your conversation with him. It was amazing.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you could see him as well. I feel like that would have been really good for you.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Well, I'm so glad I could provide that for you.
Thanks.
Vine is going to remember the book that Liam gave him, and he's going to pull it out and try to read it.
I don't think you're at the house with the old lady, right, Vine?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
No,
we're gonna
listen.
now that they've finished their shopping, we'll cut back to you guys
Mhm.
with Old Lady Misery. Aaron, have you thought of your question?
Yes, I have. Well, I suppose I could ask about dragons. I could ask about the inner workings of the world. I mean, I'm not sure how much knowledge you have. I could ask about my friend Vine. However, gods couldn't answer his question. So I guess that just leaves myself. And I guess you were a cleric, so you understand power. How does one with power prevent themselves from walking down the path? What can you tell me about that?
Well, sometimes when you have great power, you just have to have great responsibility. And it's really important. And she just goes on for about 10 minutes.
Aaron is listening
Oh,
very
well.
intently, and he's soaking in every word. So please
Yeah.
continue on your 10-minute monologue.
She doesn't say anything super useful. And then at the end, she's finishing off. She's saying, "So," and then she goes, "You really are the most patient person I've ever met."
I mean, I try to be. That's what my mother said. I didn't have much patience as a youngling. I have to make up for lost time.
You see, I'm pretty sure most people would have fallen asleep by now, but for some reason, you sit here and listen to an old lady monologue about power for 10 minutes.
I was generally curious about the answer.
He's very good at listening, for sure.
Tenebris?
As Tenebris begins to see this old lady basically begin to swap gears, he's still not very trusting in people. Can I make another insight check?
Yeah, you can roll another insight check if you'd like, since her attitude has
He
changed
was
so much.
talking about, power, and it just isn't in the cards. 7.
It's strange that her attitude and voice have shifted so quickly, but you don't know, you don't think anything really of it, or don't know what to make of it.
It's not about the cards; it's about the heart of the
He
cards.
caught the twinge, but he's like, but
Can I
So
ask a lady a question?
Sure.
Why are you in Falwyn instead of at the temple that you used to serve at?
Well, you see, Kenku, they kicked me out of the temple.
Why was that?
I was interested in researching a god that no one else believed existed.
I've spent hours reading about loads of things like gods. What god don't people know exists?
I don't know if your mortal minds are ready to comprehend what I have to share with you.
You're the
You'd be
god, aren't you?
surprised.
I think
his
you
voice
would be
changed.
surprised.
Tenebris says to the lady, I'm guessing you're the god.
I am not the god. No. Are you familiar with... I need... One sec, I don't want to mess up the names of my own gods. Are you familiar with Ibis and Ubris?
Yes, I am.
Aaron?
I'm let me check by rolling religion. Oh no, I unfortunately no quite recall.
Tenebris and Nova, you can also, or Nova, you're not there. Sorry, Tenebris and
No.
Thwish and Vine, you guys can also roll history or religion. Sorry, if you'd like to.
I only got a
Rolling
cat.
Oh, I
religion.
was
Not
just
tell
gonna
me
say,
anything.
I was
right?
just gonna kind of tell the group what I know.
I have 0.
That's fine too.
Oh, I was
How's-
just gonna say, Ibis is the god of creation, and Ubris is the god of destruction, a destroyer. She's a
So-
destroyer, rather.
They're-
That's kind of what I know about them, and they have many gods under them as well.
Okay,
Is there
so
any
they're
way-
like a balance. They're like an interlock system. One pushes and one pulls and keeps the gears turning.
Is there any
Exactly.
way Tenebris
Okay,
can
I understand this completely.
stealthily ready?
Tenebris?
Is there any way Tenebris can stealthily ready Primal Savage?
Stealthily ready to cast a spell?
Stealthily ready to basically he's trying to stealthily hold his action of Primal Savagery.
You can roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can disguise yourself readying a spell.
Seeing as Aaron is very much friendly, I feel like he would also be trying to protect them in a way or continue on their conversation. Would I be able to use my passive perception to observe what Tenebris is doing?
No.
5 is not very. Tenebris isn't
No.
behind the gear, so you just see his hands go.
Yeah, she starts to see the spell cast. She looks at you and she goes, friend, there's no need to be afraid of me. I am a frail old lady. I am not a god.
I've seen squirrels do worse, dearie.
Well, then, do what you must, but I mean you no harm.
He just
I'm
holds the
actually interested in what you have to say. So, if Tenebris, you can just calm down while we discuss this, because I would like to know what you know about this god that no one seems to believe exists.
Vine likes the old lady,
me.
so he takes offense at Tenebris preparing to attack her.
Okay.
Tenebris isn't preparing to attack. He's prepared to defend himself. Tenebris just says.
They don't know that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tenebris
unless I
just.
can roll an insight check.
We just see you looking like you're about to hurt this lady.
I do not know that is what you're doing because I only rolled.
Tenebris is just like. He's already said use 6 for the biggest group he's ever attacked, so he's not very familiar with people. He's just. Primal instincts say this isn't right.
Totally fair.
Totally.
This isn't right.
Which page did I
He
write
just
this on?
has his wooden shield. His claws are out.
Okay. So the lady
Just watch.
completely ignores Tenebris, and she continues her conversation with the party. I cannot find what I'm looking for here.
You can find what you're looking for.
Yes, I can. Okay. Anyways, so she says, the gods represent a perfect balance. Ibus being the god of order and creation and the future, and Ubris being the god of chaos, destruction, and the past. They were born of time, and with their pantheons aim to keep the balance of the world together. However, what most people don't know is that there was a third major god, and instead of twins, it was triplets. This third god was named... I have too many notes for this session. Apologies, folks.
You haven't
Hey, look.
discovered the name yet. It must be so complicated. It must be.
This
There must be a lot.
third god's name was Odbus. And those of us who believed in Odbus researched him, and we found he had a name called the Undying Abyss. Odbus was a god who did not care about balance or order. He did not care for creation or destruction, he only cared to consume. So Odbus aimed to ravage the world and consume all of life and anything that stood in his way.
Do you know of anyone who worships him now? Besides you, I'm assuming.
Well, these sigils that have popped up recently from these cultists everybody's talking about appear to resemble the symbol of Odmus himself and the Undying Abyss.
Vine
And do
seems
you
very troubled.
believe in Odmus?
Pardon, Thwish?
Do you believe in Odmus?
I'm sorry, Vine, what did you say?
Vine is just troubled by this.
Sure. Yes, I do believe in Odmus. I believe that he was silenced by the other gods and cast away to another realm. But who knows how long those types of warding spells truly last.
Theoretically, this is a question. Let's say that this Odmus character getting out of a warding spell like the one you described, how long do you think it would be before he consumed the world?
Well, he would have to gather his strength, and he can't directly access the material plane, so he'd have to have people do it for him.
You mean like a people?
Well,
Like this.
people would have to somehow strengthen his material form.
What is his material form? Where is it kept?
Well, it's not kept anywhere. He's in another plane, and strengthening him may allow him to breach through to the material plane, but this is all an old lady's work that has been cast aside by the religious devout.
Tenebris would like to say, well, why do you believe in him?
Because there should always be one person who goes against the grain and investigates the things no one else will look at.
Do you not believe in balance and order then?
Oh, I believe in balance and order, but where there's balance and order, there's always someone who seeks to destroy that balance.
So you're doing this to protect people, or at least for some gain that isn't to destroy the world.
I'm not doing anything to protect anyone. I'm just simply an old lady interested in how the world works. Anyways, loves, I'm quite tired. I would appreciate it if I could go lay down. If you have more questions, come back another time.
Absolutely, we completely understand. Also, next time we are in town, just let us know if you need anything, and we can grab. There's no.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Well, we best make our way over to the the store. It's been about 20 minutes, I think. It's been 20 minutes.
You can make your way if you'd like to.
Make our way.
Yeah,
It was nice to
definitely.
meet you. Actually, we never got your name. What's your name?
Oh, you can just call me Old Lady Misery like everyone else.
That's very rude.
Ah, it's a nickname I'm used to at this point. Excuse me.
What did they used to call you before they casted you out to the temple?
It's a name that hasn't been spoken in a long time. Come back again and maybe I'll share it with you.
Aaron's gonna smile a little bit and kind of give a polite bow and says, "Of course, Lady Wisdom," and he ushers everyone out the door.
Vine's gonna give her a hug.
Oh, you're so
Like a
It's
kind old lady, she embraces you, Vine. Nice, sweet hug.
Tenebris doesn't turn his back to her.
Fair.
I'll just say thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. And then I
No
leave.
worries. So as you
Mhm.
all begin to
He'll have to
leave,
step out.
she ushers you out and closes the door. And we'll cut back as you guys make your way to Fallon Provisions. We'll cut back to the other party at the general store.